thing sucks. Do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
I was trying something out. I didn't mean to go live. Oh, well, it's fine. I'm recording some videos and I'm tired. I need to record a lot more videos. But I'd rather just do this. I'd rather be playing board games, but board game night got canceled. I'm not playing. I'm bummed. Hey, Brady, how's it going? No board games this week. Probably no board games for a long time. My nephews are back in school, so they can't come over anymore. I have no other gaming group now. It's completely gone. So here I am. Okay, John, awesome. I hope to see you there. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Hello, Games Freak. So I thought I'd hop on. I've been working on my parents' 50th anniversary, doing a fun PowerPoint. I've been working on that for 3 hours. Still not done. It's got some videos, some music, some pictures, but gathering pictures and gathering fun stuff is just, oh, man. Finished Darksaber Crew. Did you like it? It's one of Kevin Janderson's best. I was talking to someone just the other day about a Kevin Janderson book, a DC novel that he wrote that someone was interested in reading. I have not read it, but I told him it was Kevin Janderson. Alex, I spoke to Brennan today too. And who else? Adam from Red 5 Reviews. I meant to contact GeekSack and forgot. I want to contact Brian. Gonna start playing at Twilight? That's an odd one. It's odd. It's very weird. The direction of it, how it's written. Not only the adventure, but just some of the stuff that happens in it. It's pretty weird. Got a lot done at work today, which was nice. Tomorrow I gotta take my girls to a birthday party. I was going to fix the electrical out. I have 2 electrical outlets that are out, but that's going to have to wait. I don't have time. So, because then my parents' 50th is soon after. Once I get the girls back, baby's got to take a nap. Girls are changed. And then we'll go to that. And then I got a baby shower. Mikey from Saturday Morning Salmon Flange having a baby. So I'll be doing that. Went out and got some shopping. One thing I don't have is my car. I dropped it off Tuesday morning, and they said they could fix it by Tuesday. And here we are Friday. Still not done. They have excuses every day. I had to yell. I can't remember the last time I yelled at someone. Well, I can now. It was yesterday. my team was like, I've never seen you yell. There you go. Been binging the podcast. Thank you, Sam. Sam, I am. I appreciate that. We've been having some fun on the podcast. Let me see. Let me go back to some of the podcasts. Prince of the Universe. Oh, yeah. Those are a lot of fun. You're about to see Heath is a lot of fun. Wes actually got engaged right after we did that podcast, like that weekend. He didn't even tell us. We didn't even know. And then Heath and I were only going to do 2, but we ended up talking about libraries for so long, we did a part 2 to it. So that's libraries next up on Prince of the Universe. And Heath is good. Even Wes had to admit that Heath was interesting for Prince of the Universe 424. Saturday Morning Salmon Flange was a lot of fun. We did skate songs and pardons the week before, and we had so much fun. We just recorded another top 5 pardons. It'll be out not tomorrow, but next week. We did top 5 portals last week. We did, tomorrow is top 5 things we did as a kid in the summer. Since summer's coming to a close, we thought we'd address that. And it was one thing I've always wanted to do, but then it's going to be top 5 pardons. And then Mikey told me sometime next week or the week after, right before he has his baby. He's going to come over and all night record as many as I can because I'm going to be in a dinner theater show. He's going to be having babies. Benjamin will come over. Sadly, Benjamin and I recorded a couple of Saturday Morning Sam Flan, just all ruined because my kid was playing with the buttons and I didn't realize that until too late. So fun stuff on both of the podcasts. I enjoy them at least. Moby Dick, gonna watch. I hear Terry Pratchett's Discworld, Alex, are really good. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, I don't. It's hard. It's hard, not hard. Yeah, I'm pretty chill. I get sarcastic. I get very sarcastic and everything. But I was so mad because day one they said they had the part. Then everyone left early, so no one knew where anyone was. It's like everyone left. It's not fixed. And no, but I'm sure he'll have it fixed tomorrow. We had the part. Day two, not fixed. No one called me. And when finally I got a hold of someone, they said, yeah, I went by there. I said, what, where's my car? Well, we didn't have the part. They had to order it. It'll come in tomorrow. I said, that is not what y'all said yesterday. Yesterday you said had the part. It was probably another part. There is no other part. There's only one motor fan. That's what I needed. There's no other part they needed for that. So it's a lie because they didn't fix it. So yesterday I get an email. My car is now completed. I can pick it up. Good. Finally get there. No, sir, I don't know why you got that. It's still not. You said it was going to be done. And that's when I blew up. And I said, I can't believe you. I said, you said this, you said that, you said that. And she followed. The thing is, I was chill. I said, and I just walked out. I was just frustrated. I said, I'm not. Well, she followed me out there. Sir, I'm so sorry. And then boom, I was like, okay, you're following me now. You're going to get it. I said, no, you're the problem. It's absolutely ridiculous. Blah, 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 blah. My teammate like gets back in her car. Like, whoa. I was like, blah, blah, blah. And, okay, we'll give you a loaner. So they gave me this new vehicle, new Chevy Tahoe, whatever. I don't care. But anyway, I said, she goes, are you going to yell at the guy who drops it off? I said, probably. I said, no, I won't. Then the dude comes in. It's some kid, hands me the keys, go, we appreciate you. He started it. So I had to say, no, you don't. No, you don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate squat because I've been here 4 days. And then, of course, called, never returned my call today. No one returned my call, and they close at 5:30. So by the time I got off, picked up the kids, I had to get some stuff, and it said 7. On the website, the service says 7 o'clock. And I was like, oh, they're open till 7. So I don't know. Their website, service center, to 7 o'clock. I was like, oh, that's nice. I guess people can go pick it up. So that's why I messed around, and at 6 I went. Well, it was a little before or right at 6, and it was closed. I was like, what? It's closed at 5:30. But I bet no one called me back. So mad about that. As you see, I'm perturbed right now. Yeah, you know what? I'd love to do a baseball one. Dylan loves baseball. I talked to Dylan this week about baseball. I still want to do one. I know Isaac from iTalk Studio, who I really like, and I don't know if he has the time is the thing, but I am going to ask him after the season's over if he wants to start maybe next year or whenever and do a podcast with me. I think that'd be fun. And that no one will watch because this isn't a sports channel. But at least you'll listen to it. The giant turtle float. Yeah. Did you read what are you talking about? The giant turtle flying through space? That's it, right? Yeah, I'm not a Rangers fan, John. I just love baseball. My wife's a big Rangers fan. I don't like football. I never got into the NFL when I did. And when I was cheering on football, it was usually college. My mom's side of went to Auburn. My dad went to Alabama, and I guess a long time ago I felt bad for my mom because I started cheering for Auburn. But now I don't care. I don't care about football at all. Even though I did get a football candle at Bed Bath & Beyond because it smelled wonderful. Alex getting a lot of reading done. Yeah, I heard about Marvel purists. I talked to Justin today about it. I guess he was picking. That's the thing. He was picking on some bigger channels, and one of those bigger channels got him canceled. Why? No offense to Justin, but why would they care about a smaller YouTube channel? You see what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Ryan isn't pursuing back when what was his name? Mad Max was just going after Ryan several times. Ryan knew it's a smaller channel, just let him yap. And generally ignored him. Never tried to get him canceled or anything. So I think that was a little petty. Of course, Justin likes to poke the bear, but still thought that was a little petty on the bigger channel. Hello, Calcite the Lion. Calcite. Probably mispronouncing that. So I'm sorry about that. You get passive aggressive, not sarcastic, not mad. I get sarcastic. Alex ignores the haters. That's the best point. Probably just ignore them. Yep, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. So that's when I laugh. I've been shared a lot of private messages. Probably shouldn't have been shared by me. And, I could make one of those videos saying, I got the receipts, as the kids say. But who cares? Who cares? Clowns. I love how they talk trash when they think no one's going to read their quotes. And then those DMs are shared with me. I don't hate them, though, either. I think it's funny, but either way. Yeah, Star Wars Marvel Purist lost his channel. It sucks. He's on Rumble, though. You can check him out. He just did a video about the whole situation on Rumble. Sorry. Hey, Laura, how's it going? Yeah, Alex, I saw you reading a bunch of things. Let me see if I can find it. Where's Rumble? There it is. Hold on. Oh, am I in? I'm not in. All right. Where's my feed? There it is. Star Wars Marvel Purist. I think this is it. So there you go. If you want to go check him out. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord. Just saw people share DMs about what other people say about me, behind closed doors when they think no one's listening or watching or will know. I don't care. I could do big videos exposing the hypocrites. The people who say, oh, they're just nice. It doesn't bother them. They're very respectable. And then showing how crazy they are. But who cares? Rats. Yeah, Georgia girl, I agree with you. Drama between channels is silly. Some people want the beef and they welcome it, and it's drama back and forth. And to a lot of people, they like it. To a lot of people, to their credit, and people like watching it. I mean, shoot, there's a reason Jerry Springer was popular, right? You always like that drama, and that's fine. But you said it. Just watch what you want to watch. Watch what you want to watch. Watch what you want to watch. But we love the drama. We always love drama when we see it. But I do feel bad for him. Mm-hmm. You don't even know who Star Wars Marvel Purist is, Rob? I was on his channel a few times. We did deep dives in some of the New Joe Order books. He was a good guy. I mean, he's still a good guy. He's not gone. But and I'm gonna meet him next month at the meetup. Yeah, he lost Star Wars Theory in Boston. You met him. He's a fan of the EU. Sam, he won't come on the channel. I've emailed him. Does he not email? He came on Star Wars Marvel Purist channel. It was the night I'd left, and I think he came on later on. So, yeah, that'd be a lot of fun to have him on, but I don't know. Oh, mercy me. Yeah. So I'm just I've read a ton of Star Wars RPGs over my vacation. I mean, a ton. And I have to do reviews for them now. Because I like to be as far ahead as I can because it gives me some freedom. And it's just takes a while. But it's been really fun reading through the RPG. I mean, stuff that I thought would be boring is not. It's really fun. It's just fun to be reading again. But that's what I've been reading. Reread the Han Solo Stars In. Nice. Well, you know what? We'll never know about Star Wars Theory. He's afraid to come on my channel. I even challenged him once on Star Wars Marvel Pure. Or maybe I challenged him on this one channel. Yeah, it was a pretty mean challenge too. You know me. I wanted to stir that pot, create that drama. To be honest, I did want to have Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers on A More Civilized Age because he's a big Ahsoka fan. And I thought we'd do something fun by putting Ahsoka on trial and having Ahsoka defenders versus, me. But we didn't do that. But I thought he's a big Ahsoka, or he was. I don't know if he is anymore. But I thought that'd be fun. But of course, he's got bigger things to do. But I'm not afraid to ask big channels. We have big channels come on the show all the time. Oh well. Paper novel there. Yeah, I was gonna read some comic books too. Not Star Wars related, but Batman and Batman 89 and Superman 79. I've been talking about those with Adam from Red 5 Reviews, and he said his library app has them. Not every library has the same app. My library app has none of them. So I was like, oh, rats. And I doubt they have it at the library. I go to the library here and there to pick up some books. But they didn't have John Jackson Miller's Batman book. I had to get that on the ebook thing. And then something else. I can't remember. Oh, there's several things. Never mind. There's several things that have gotten reprinted. They're popular. They're on Amazon. They're not just self-printed stuff. And they've gotten several reprints. I can't remember what the name of the Towers of whatever. And they'd never heard of it. They don't have it. They don't have e-copies. I was like, what? And there's another popular author. Popular. He wrote some science fiction in the 80s, but he still writes today. They had none of his stuff. I was like, none of it? No one has any of it? Oh, he likes I gotta give him a super chat then. Jeremy. I don't know. I haven't watched his channel in a very long time. Yeah, there's been some, for the meetup, I'm glad Lance is going to be there because I was watching his channel And I came across a video that I missed. I think Scott Johnson had told me about it, and I don't know how I missed it, but I went back and watched it, and it was about who is the leader of the EU. Excuse me. And I found that interesting because that was going to be the topic of a more civilized age at Legends Con. Not leaders, but who would you put on the Mount Rushmore of EU fandom? And I may pick that up and address that because we're going to do a live more civilized age. It's not going to happen next week. It's going to happen at the meetup. But I may address that before we start getting there because everyone's going to be able to get on, ask questions, who's there. And I don't know if Meg will be able to join us because I think we're doing a more civilized age at a different time. I think we're doing it in the morning because Ryan's going to be doing some videos. We're going to be busy in the afternoons, and in the evenings is going to be kind of like a game night and stuff. So I think in the morning, like a Friday or Saturday morning, and I think – well, I know that Meg would not be available Friday morning, but I think she won't be available Saturday morning either. She's the only one from the show who won't be there. Well, I say she won't be there. I'm pretty sure she won't be there. She said she's looking into it, but she does a lot of stage theater now, which is why her channel's kind of defunct. She's in back-to-back shows. She makes all of her costumes. She's very talented. I'm thankful that she makes the streams. I'm thankful that she makes those, but really sometimes when she's gone and doesn't make time, other times we've had to push it back a couple of nights because she was doing a show, but she thinks she will be starting a show then. She's still trying to get the dates. So I don't think she's going to make it, but it's not a definite no yet. She said she had to wait till next week. She's going to let me know end of the month, by the end of the month, I think, but I don't think she's going to be able to make it. It's kind of sad because I wanted us all there live. That's all right, Sam. I wish you could be there. It'd be fun, though. Let's see. You won't make it? Oh. You may not be at the EU head Mount Rushmore. Well, I mean, that was what it was going to be. But the list I had is basically all gone. And it's interesting because I was going to drop the subject. I wasn't even going to talk about that in the next more civilized age. But since I saw Lance's video, I said, well, let me bring back up what my thoughts were. I will not talk about. I looked at my old list, and I would take everyone off but one. Me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't put me on it because I didn't think it would be me. But the three people I took off probably won't say who they are on the stream, but I want to talk about the one person I'd still put up there. But I thought it was an interesting topic, and I dropped it. But then now hearing Lance talk about it, I was like, well, maybe I should. Oh, good, Jordan. Can't wait to see you. There you go. OG, Matt, Christopher, Chris Nelson's good one. Alorb's good. Does a lot of things. Brennan does great stuff. Well, I mean, so yeah. Mount Rushmore only has 4 heads. There you go. Sam, I've only been to Albany, New York to work a long time ago. I worked in Albany for a very brief time, and I have not. The missus has been in Boston. She spent a week in Boston for work once a couple of years back. It was back when the twins were just born, so about 5 years ago. 5-6 years ago she went. Oh, actually, it'd be 6 years ago this past October. This next October. It'd be 6 years ago because she left in October. She used to go on a trip in October, and she went to Boston. So, thoughts on the band Boston? Fine. But yeah, I'd like to go. I'd love to travel. Just when we're going to have the time. Yes, Georgia Girl, we'll be live streaming a more civilized age at the meetup. Like I said, it's probably going to be in the morning. That's the best time. Myself, Ryan, Geeks Addict will be there. Meg is a maybe, but I don't think she's going to make it. But she did say if she's not, I can't remember if she said this on the show or off camera, but she said she thinks that's when practice starts on the next show. If it doesn't, then she can look into making it. But if not, she's been so busy. That girl is so busy. So I don't think she's going to be there. But I mean, we'll see. She may surprise me. But the thing is, I'd like to add, the idea was, and I may just send her an invite, but Friday morning, she's going to be working. Saturday morning, if she's doing the show, a lot of people do all day Fridays. So she's probably not going to be able to make it. So, plus we're going to have plenty of other people on there anyway. But I'm super happy that Meg makes the time still to come on the show. I'm so happy because her channel is really, was, because she's not doing videos right now, was really in depth. Her book reports book reports on everything Star Wars related was really good. So yeah, Geeks Addict's a fun guy. We always joke because the last time Geeks Addict and I met up, we wanted to do all these things. We ended up doing nothing together. So this trip, we're going to make up for that. Hopefully go out to eat and everything. I'm trying to see, I don't know, one of my teammates in Dallas who I work with is going to be off on vacation that week. But then I found out someone else that I occasionally partner with lives there too. And I'm up in the air. Like we know each other and everything. We're not as good friends as my teammate and I are, but it'd still be fun to go up there and work for a little while. So I don't know. I'll see. Kind of want to go up there a little early. What I think of the Welcome to Derry trailer, I'll watch it. Looks good. Same thing with the Sweet Revenge was good. I watched that too. Good to my word on that. So I'll watch Welcome to Derry. Geeks Addict is selling his entire Disney Star Wars book collection. Probably. Yeah, you know what? And the thing is with Geeks Addict, and this is why he was originally cast on the show, he was reading Disney and giving it a fair try. But he said, and honestly, if you watch Geeks Addict's reviews, he wants to review things. He wants it to be positive, but he said it just got worse and worse and worse. And he's like, I don't want to read these anymore. The Disney stuff sucks. And it wasn't out of hatred that he loved the EU so much that he was going to hate Disney. And because he was giving Disney a fair shot, that's how he got, because I wanted people from different viewpoints. Ryan used to be the fandom menace, little aggressive group or whatever. So I wanted him on there because a lot of people still don't like him. So he's perfect to be on here. But people don't like Disney people or people who like the Disney stuff. So that's why Geeks Addict was on. But now Geeks Addict's kind of done with it. So when he was gone, who replaced him? Meg. Meg gives a fair shot to the books, to the shows and whatnot. And I don't agree with her. But again, the whole point, and people, it's really wild. If you've seen some of the comments, especially when we talk about New EU, I didn't want to talk about it, but I realized, I'm like, you know what? I don't give Meg enough time to talk about the other stuff. It's just us bashing it. So I want to give her a fair shake. And oh man, there was a comment. I was like, oh yeah. Well, it was us kind of giving they were giving how they would change the new movies, new TV shows and whatnot. And I remember someone said, oh, another video about new canon, And I was like, okay, well, there I know that I need Meg in there because people hating on Meg. But Meg's fine. Meg loves the EU too. Meg can like Star Wars. I don't have to like the new Star Wars. You don't have to like the new Star Wars. Meg does. Meg doesn't like all of it, and she gives an honest review. In fact, lately, besides Andor, she gave The Acolyte a very fair shot. She said it wasn't so bad at the beginning. She's interested to see where it's going. And then at the end, she went, yes, it is pretty bad, but not the worst show. She said, I think she said third to worst or something. I can't remember what she put before then. But there's some other ones she didn't enjoy as much. But the thing is, though, it's a fair review. It's a fair review. She didn't like it. She'll tell you. If she likes it, she does. And I know there's a few people who don't like her for it, but that's the whole reason she's on there. Because and if you notice, and this is the thing, Ryan's such a terrible person. Okay, but when Meg is on there and she says, I'm going to give Acolyte chance. Did Ryan blow up on her? No, he didn't. It's a more civilized age. It's showing you people sitting there just having a conversation, different points of view. You know, I mean, to be honest, I don't want to say any names, but the person who does not like me, in a heartbeat, I'd have that person on. In a heartbeat, no doubt. Open invitation. Would we talk about why they're so ugly, why they're whatever, fill in the blank? No, we talk about the EU. I'd love it. I'd love it if that person were on. 100%. 100%. There's a few people I'd love to have who will never come on because they don't want to be civilized. But those are the people I'd really want because, hey, I want to show people of different opinion can get along. The whole purpose of More Civilized Age. Is the first episode, is Peacemaker already out? What the what? See, I don't. Well, doggone it. No, but I'll watch it after this. Doggone it. Can't wait. Bane of the Shields. Yeah, it is sad what happened to Justin. I hate that. I do hate that. Oh, I get it. I get it now. Bane of the Shields. Ha ha ha. Yeah. 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 There you go. I'd love to come and do a review. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Can't wait to meet you. So that was a hilarious video you sent me today. Yeah. Yeah, Sam, I get you. I mean, and if you don't like it, don't watch it. I mean, I don't care for it. I don't. Matt, stupid. So stupid. You should see it. No. I like when people say, so dumb, you should see it. No, I don't want to. Even the stuff. And here's the thing, Matt, I really wish you would watch Andor. I think you would love it. I think I wouldn't. I think I would hate it. In fact, I know I would because it's not EU. So here's the thing. And a lot of people still want me to watch the movies, watch the shows, and just tear them apart piece by piece. I don't want to waste my time. But Matt, you may like it. No, I won't. I'm telling you, I won't because it's not with the EU. Oh, you need to be a little bit more open-minded. No, I'm telling you, if it's not EU, it's like Lord of the Rings. If it ain't the books, I'm basically out. The cartoon, the old Lord of the Rings, Hobbit cartoons, I enjoyed. Good memories as a kid. Love some of the music. Think it stayed pretty true to the novels. But outside of that, no, I hated the Peter Jackson movies. I love Lord of the Rings. Some of my favorite books. I hate the Peter Jackson movies, and everyone loves them. Why? Because they're not the books. Why would I hate the new canon? Because it's not the EU. You can say that's not fair. I'm just telling you. I know what I like, and I know what I don't. Yeah, Georgia Good. That's the whole purpose. And I'm being dead serious. I'd gladly have anyone on who just outright hate. There's a few people I know who do not like me. In a heartbeat. No hesitation. Invitation would be sent immediately just to sit there and talk about the EU. I think we could do that. I have zero animosity toward these people who hate me. Because I don't care. I don't care. Now, in the nicest sense, I do not care. Because the whole YouTube thing goes, oh, I don't like what you said. This. Okay. And because in real life, George, you know how it works. It's just so stupid. So hold on. Rebels is a mindless show. There you go. Oh, awesome, Brian. Brian, are you still? Hold on. I do want Brian. I've been meaning to talk to him. Brian, if you're still on, check that email. Oh, yeah, honestly. And Jordan, actually, next month, you'll be able to come on my channel because I'm bringing the channel to you, to everyone at the meetup. So for more civilized, we'll let it go as long as it needs to go, too. Everyone can either get on camera or if they don't want to do a face reveal, I'm thinking about bringing the mic system, too. Just handing one of the mics. Dadgummit, I need to buy another one. I'll do that. I only have 3 mics. I meant to buy a 4th one a long time ago with the stand, but I didn't because I didn't care. But I should go ahead and do that. Watch me forget, but oh well. Oh, bye, Alex. Sorry, I probably missed you. Yep. You know what? I agree with you. Gen Xers have a different, it's not that we're better. We are. But it's not that we are. It's just that there's this screw it attitude, right? Like screw it. And it's not like it can be a mean screw it, actually, for Gen X. But at the same time, we say screw it, we really do not care what you think. We're not going to go at you, and it's not worth our time to fight or yell at you. We're going to keep doing our own thing. That's exactly right, generationally speaking. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Tanner, I would know and that's the thing. You would love this. A lot of people say, I love Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. You would really love it, Matt. You're a big fan. And I am, but not of those movies. Now, here's a Lord of the Rings shill right here.
I'm basically the opposite. I'd basically only seen the movies and I started reading the books, but I was having a hard time getting through them. Very wordy. Yeah. Very wordy.
Is the expanded universe movement still active? Yeah, it's probably on hold. To be honest, and I've said this before, you can't do anything until Kathleen Kennedy steps down. And here's the thing. I'm going to tell the story, Brian. I've told it before. Brian and I, during the pandemic, were talking to Lucasfilm about, maybe getting some Legends back. But we had asked about several other things. And always the response was, let me look into it and I'll get back to you. Mm-hmm. The moment the suggestion came up, I think it was Brian said, well, I mean, it could be like, we wouldn't do actual canon stories. We'd like something more like in the Legends realm. It could be non-canon, and we, parentheses, Legends, that wouldn't mess with the new canon. And they'd be, and we were going to ask authors if they would donate short stories from Legends, not new canon. And the email came back so fast, and it said, no new Legends. Sorry, guys, this comes from up top. And I called Brian the moment we got that email. It wasn't a mean email.
No, it wasn't.
It was an email saying, sorry, no new Legends.
It was basically what Matt said, only politely worded. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was politely worded, but it wasn't a let me see.
Yeah.
It was that comes up from no new Legends. Can't do Legends. And I called Brian and said, whoa, did you see that response? That was quick.
That's faster than most responses we've gotten in the past. I mean, we got responses to like letter campaigns in the past. Like some of us got responses from those with official letters and whatnot. But no, that was super fast, which was very disappointing because it was entirely, it was ultimately for fun. The authors would have been donating everything.
Yeah, there was no hesitation. Well, because the idea was we couldn't at the during the during the pandemic. We couldn't get into schools. We couldn't get to hospitals right then.
Mhm.
And so we were kind of stuck. So we were petitioning Lucasfilm.
In fact, I had
to-
I had the donation for the Phoenix Children's Hospital stuck in my house for about 8 months.
That's funny.
Just a pile of Star Wars books just sitting by
Yeah.
my front door, like, and I can't do anything with them.
But we had the thing is though, we thought, well, what if we, and because the idea was, what if we do it with Legends? It'd be non-canon stuff. We just do short stories on the post on Twin Suns, and kids could read it while they're in the hospital or at school or whatnot. We could, but kids were not at school; they were at home doing school, so they could read it there. And the idea was, and I bet you, a lot of authors would have donated short stories
Probably
to this. I think
mean,
so.
We've asked many authors over the years if they're still interested in writing, and almost all of them have said yes.
Yeah.
So.
And for charity, it would happen. But of course, the other plan was to sneak some stuff in there by a few other people who were going to do some more continuity tie-ins and stuff like that. You know, maybe button things up a little bit, and then have a slew once the license or the term wore off. Have a slew of extra stuff from authors, from other people, which were like the old West End Games Adventure Journals, the stories that didn't come out. We were going to stack the deck with that too. Yep. When this thing wore out too. I said, if we get this because we were talking about, if we get this for 1 year, we thought about all these authors. They probably won't donate more than one story. Some may, some might. We'll go to everyone. Short story, the bigger authors first, then the smaller ones on and on and on. Right. And then some, great fan submissions and whatnot. But then,
there were people who were interested in the fan fiction. I mean, that's not normally my round of things, but there were definitely people interested in writing some of that stuff to put on there too.
Yeah, but it was so much fun to plan that out, and the moment you mentioned Legends, that it gets shot down politely. It was politely shot down politely.
Very, like, very polite flack we cut.
But the words, "This comes from up top" or "This comes from on high" was something like that was said.
Yeah, no, it was definitely like, we know for a fact there are people at Lucasfilm that would 100% support having Legends, continue. Like they completely supported that effort. They are on our side, so to speak. And they've made that clear pretty repeatedly. I mean, I still remember the first time we got our official invite to Celebration Orlando, and there were some people thinking that we were going there just to cause problems. So they reported us to Lucasfilm, which generated a phone call from one of Lucasfilm's fan relations. Their head fan relations guy, and he basically called and said, "Hey, so I'm doing this because I kind of have to out of obligation, and I know it's not true, but I need to talk to you about this." And he's one of those guys who I think was on our side, so to speak. We got in there, no problems, and we got reinvited back to Chicago after that. So
and that's true. There are a few EU fans in there. Why do we call it Legends? Well, I mean, that's the title Lucasfilm gave it. It's the expanded universe to us, but whenever we mention Legends, we're just using the term used by
the way I look at it is a very easy way to distinguish what we know as Star Wars from what current Disney is doing with Star Wars. And it's, in some ways, I think you've said this many times on the channel, Matt, is it really helps you get people involved in a lot of the books because they don't necessarily like a lot of what's coming out now, but the stuff that had come out before was, I don't know if it's just a higher quality or it speaks better to them or whatever the situation is.
Yeah. And then plus Riff, I don't mind the Legends banner. I don't have it on any of my stuff, but I would buy it brand new if there's a new story came with Legends banner. I don't care. But because when I
got 108, didn't you?
Yeah, when I went to on a Twin Suns donation locally here, and I've told the story several times, but when I was filling in their school library, someone came up to me asking me, he read some stuff that wasn't that good. It was new canon stuff, it turned out to be. I went, "That's new canon." He went, "Oh, but these books," and he pointed to some of the old ones they had in there. "I love these." He said, "So if it has the Legends banner, it's part of the good story?" I went,
Generally.
Yeah. I was like, I never thought of it back then. But that kid was looking at the Legends banner as the seal of excellence, which is true.
Yeah. I'm just reading some of the comments. A lot of those covers I'm not a big fan of. Some of them are okay.
Yeah.
like the new artwork they've done. They really should have
Yeah.
reached out to the artists who are over in Japan doing the Japanese covers for the Expanding Universe books. Those were great.
Oh, those are great. Bane of Shields, I completely agree. The Essential Legends stuff is just the artwork is just subpar, below par.
And so I mentioned that we bought the books, right, and that they're getting over to Dallas over in the comments. But I ran into this issue where all those books that have Essential Legends coming out, we're having a rough time finding the mass market paperbacks for them now, and so basically the average price per book is going up because of that. It's really frustrating. I had to bargain hunt a lot more this time around than I usually do.
Yeah. And Georgia Gore said it right. She's interested in stuff like Card of the Jedi, but fan fiction, she's not. I'm not fan fiction either. This is why on a More Civilization, we talked about this. I know there are some people making some fan fiction right now, a coordinated effort. I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they love it. Please don't get offended when other people don't want to read it or don't accept it. Even though it's a coordinated effort, it's just within that group. Who cares? But I'm not belittling it either because that's fun. Like I said, did Matt not mention he wrote his own fan fiction too, and I'm pretty sure the masses will not accept it as canon. But the thing
did you
is,
actually find it though? Wasn't there a story you had written that you thought you had misplaced? Did you found it?
Yeah, I found it during the move. Return to Endor.
Nice.
Ready? Hold on. Let's see. Shall we read? I think I've read a little bit I've read some excerpts out of this, but one day, maybe. But see, this is all typed up. This is not in a hard drive. It was in an old zip drive.
Yeah,
from a long time ago. One of those little plastic discards. So this I'd have to type back by hand,
or get it scanned in,
or scan. Oh yeah, you're right. OCR stuff. But the thing is, though, it's not written as well.
No.
So I would, and I would change a few things because I have better theories about stuff.
Let's see. Update your Legends fan fiction there, Matt. But hey,
Rick,
realistically though, some fan fiction out there is actually pretty good stuff. It's just it doesn't interest me the same way that like official stuff would, you know?
Yeah. It's been a while since a fan fiction has really wowed me. But Disney calls it Legends, Lucasfilm calls it Legends. It was and always will be Star Wars EU. Yeah, I mean, I call it Expanded Universe too. But remember, we're talking to Lucasfilm. You got to talk in their language. So Legends is fine.
Unfortunately, being the official fan club's representative, I've got to talk using certain language otherwise I'm stepping on toes that could get us into trouble. Yeah. But interchangeable term though.
Yeah, but Riff, when we're honest about titles and everything, it keeps us honest because when we say the EU was considered canon, that is true too. Because we're basing off of whatever Lucasfilm deems it as. Now, Lucasfilm does not deem it non-canon. Now, to us, yes, it's our story. Now, to Matt Martin, who said, and I quote, whichever story you like best, that is canon or whatnot. That can be canon. And I was like, okay, so now we have a Lucasfilm story group, which I don't think the story group even exists anymore, but he was a story group representative saying EU is canon, if you so wish it to be, which I get what he was saying. But fine, it's canon then. And I mean, yes, it's the only story I'm going to read too, but I'm being honest and saying Lucasfilm, in my opinion, Lucasfilm has always been in charge of what's canon. Okay. When they said the EU is no longer canon, that disappointed me because I listen to what Lucasfilm says, but all the other people say, George Lucas never considered it canon. George Lucas doesn't consider anything Disney did canon, if you want to put it that way. But the thing is, though, good thing George never said the word canon. He just said 3 levels. There are 3 realms. But there are several times where he talks about Lucasfilm licensing out the books and creating. There's a great documentary I read where he wanted Star Wars to come back because he's feeling like he wanted to make more movies, but he needed more income. So he commissioned the first 3 books to test the waters. And when they came out, loved it, made sure to order more and got that money machine back up and running, which allowed him to do the re-releases of the movies, which gave more money for him to fund episode 1. But he was all for, and this is what and the thing is, this is not a documentary on the Expanded Universe. it was saying that people in Lucasfilm were saying George commissioned the books because when those first 3 books came out, the interest exploded. He's like, boom, full steam ahead. They were going to keep it in continuity. Meanwhile, as the Star Wars machine starts making money again, now I'm going to re-release the films, make a lot more money, and then use that to fund episode 1.
Did you see, speaking of the books, did you see that the Revenge of the Sith novelization by Stover's got a new hardcover coming out, a deluxe edition?
Wait, Revenge of the Sith, you mean?
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. It's got November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
October, apparently.
Oh, October.
14th.
Okay, yeah. Look, little expensive, but hey, you know what? If you want it, go get it. It's a shame that they wouldn't let him put a short story in it, like they had in like Timothy Zahn's re-release, his 20th anniversary and whatnot. I mean, it's just a shame that no new Legends is a hard rule, but because if that thing came with one added short story,
it's selling hotcakes.
Sold. It'd be number 1.
I mean, it's probably going to sell pretty good already, but it would sell like hotcakes with the new story in there.
Yeah, like Heart of the Jedi was running high on Amazon for so long.
Yep.
So
until it got found out.
Till it got found out. That is true. But it doesn't matter because a lot of people got it and a lot of people enjoyed it. And like I said, during my RPG rereads, I found one that was missing from my West End game collection. And I have a theory of how I skipped over it by accident. I think I thumbnailed it and I didn't get them all. And I thought, oh, wait, I thought I had them all and I don't. So I just got that one in this past week and read it. And I was like, look at this. New to me, EU. Once again, I've already had a few things. Like the Hungarian Han Solo books, I got to read those. Those aren't official. In fact, they don't even, the further the books go, the less they connect to the canon, sadly. So that was kind of a bust. But I was very happy to finally read them. But with this one, I was like, oh, I finally found something new. So every year I have found something. I'm not trying to make this up. I am waiting for the year to happen when there is some EU short story, not an article. Everyone posts these, an unpublished article. I don't care. It has to be a short story.
It doesn't count.
Something that someone wrote, something. And of course, there's a lot of snippet stories, some good ones in this RPG too, that were in this one. And I was like, all right, a little bit more new EU. And I'm interested to see what else I may be missing, if anything, from these. But I'm pretty sure I got West End Games all done up. And Wizard of the Coast too. And Fantasy Flight, I know exactly when to stop on that one. So I don't think there'll be any more surprises. But what will next year bring me? Who knows? There's always something new that I haven't read before. And that's incredible since what, 2013?
Yeah, it's been a while. 12 years of new stuff.
12 years, and I'm still finding stuff.
Or rather, new to you stuff.
New to me, exactly.
There's been some new stuff in that time frame. Like we did get that Marvel 108.
We did get Marvel 108. We did get Marvel 8. We got some Old Republic short stories.
Right.
That was what was keeping us alive, but they don't do those anymore.
No, and they kind of seem to be dipping more and more into hinting with Disney stuff. So
seems that's a shame.
Even if it's just from appearance stuff, but it doesn't seem to be the same way. I don't know. I haven't actually played that one for a while, which is kind of surprising. It was one of those day one players. I was actually a beta tester on that game.
It's a shame. Not that the Old Republic short stories were any good. They were just meant to, kind of advertise the newest expansion or whatnot. But I always read them because that's still within the EU. So there was and then of course for Fantasy Flight, their books were still grounded in EU until Force and Destiny. So in the early days, there was a lot of stuff you could trickle down and find here and there. But now that's kind of all dried up there, and there's really nothing else out there left, I don't think, that I haven't already read. Now, of course, I'm very interested to find something new. But again, I'm not trying to make it up. I'm not trying to say, oh, here's my one. I'm not trying to sandbag these from one year to the next. I am waiting for that one year where I say, wow, for the first time ever. Because every year I think I got it all. And I know there's something I'm missing. I just don't know what it is. So I'm excited to see what it's going to be next year.
Never know.
Where are the Old Republic short stories? They were on the website. I don't know where they are now.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could find them on the website. It's been so long since I've been on there, but I know they posted them there every so often. There'd be something going on in the game that would have a story come out ahead of it.
And they'd just do a short story. They weren't very big. Like I said, it's just something about that. But
like
they
5-minute reads.
They're very short reads and whatnot, and they weren't in continuity with it. I mean, they weren't it was telling a full story. It was just giving you a snapshot of something going on with the game. But it was Legend stuff, so that was fun. That was way back. They've stopped that the past, what would you say, 7 years? That has been the last one they brought out.
It's been a while. Yeah. I was trying to see if I could find, like I said, I haven't been paying much attention to Old Republic lately, so I'm still diving through pages of stuff. But it's basically swtour.com is where they were posting them.
Yeah, Rob D, there is one book, episode 1 book, I've been on and off the shelf about getting. And I think I read it a long time ago at Walmart, but I don't know if it's for sure. There was a children's story about Jar Jar Binks. I don't know if I made this up, but I've seen a cover that may be it. But Jar Jar Binks is hungry for breakfast. He goes out and finds an egg and then runs into Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan in the forest. And then it follows them off to their adventures of episode 1. Now, if it's just one page of him right before the events of episode 1 through the eyes of Jar Jar, I'm not interested. But if it is a short story of what happened to him and it ends shortly after he meets Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, I'll buy it. But I can't find anyone who has a children's book to tell me, is it just the first 2 pages where he finds an egg and then the rest of it's just a rehash of episode 1? Or is most of it him just finding the egg, telling you a little bit about Jar Jar? Oh, wow, Georgie loves Old Republic KOTOR. That's nice. But yeah, so that's the thing. And I even remember what it is. It's hold on.
Yeah, I couldn't find those.
I will show you what I mean. I think is it Watch Out Jar Jar? Erga. Episode 1, Jar Jar Binks. I don't know now. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know which one it was. But I remember picking up one of these stupid Jar Jar books at Walmart. I've Supernatural Encounters I've read. The story, the fan fiction that goes with it, that's the stuff I haven't read. I just don't, kindly, I don't have any interest in it, you know. But like I said, those people are so excited about read it and putting it together, write it, and that's fine. I'm happy for them, just not for me. You'll have me gaming. If you're talking about board gaming, Sam, sure. Video gaming, I think my days are past that.
I found a Reddit page with a link to all of the short stories, or at least most of the short stories.
Oh, there you go. Look at Brian doing the homework there for you.
I was curious. I'm like, are they still available? I mean, they're fun stuff. Let me see if I can put that into the... I don't know if it's going to let me post a link or not, but I'll post a broken link maybe. Yeah, there's a space between the S and the colon there. So get rid of that and you've got it. But I think that's most of them there. I don't know if it's all of them. Doesn't look like it from the post, but either way. That's an idea as to what kind of stuff there was.
Yeah.
Looks like they put them under news articles in this case.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't recall what the Jar Jar book was now, sadly. Maybe it was this one. I don't know. But episode. Hold on, I'm trying to find it real quick. One. No. Oh well. But like I said, I won't know about it until. Oh man. See, no one has a. No one opens up. Anyway. Oh well. But see, I'm not going to pay for these Jar Jar books and then just be a rehash of episode 1 because so many of that stuff was.
Yeah. Especially since that it did a merchandise spree at that time. There was so much coming out that was just rehashing over stuff that other people were doing at the time.
Yeah.
And it was all just retells of the same story.
Exactly. But anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to talk to Brian now off camera.
I'm in trouble.
No. I just had something I wanted to run by you real quick.
Sure.
But you guys have a wonderful evening.
So reading between the lines, that's I need to keep Matt out of trouble.
Oh no. Nothing like that either. No. But yeah, I just need to talk. I just want to talk to you about something. But anyway, everyone have a good weekend. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I have time tomorrow night, but I'm definitely not playing any games. So who knows? Maybe I'll be back soon. But anyway, guys.